Just some further quotes on Stoicism that are just very important. Epictetus says, this is Epictetus, by the way, test and assess with your criteria. One primary question. Is this something that is or is not in my control? And if it's not one of those things that you control, be ready with the reaction, then it is none of my concern. Another quote, famous quote, that's from chapter 1. This is chapter 2. Do not hope that events will turn out the way you want. Welcome events in whichever way they happen. This is the path to peace. And in the same vein as philosophy as a way of life, perhaps a quote I recently stumbled upon that I really like. The first and most important field of philosophy is the application of principles, such as do not lie. Next comes the proof, such as why we should not lie. The third field supports and articulates the proof by asking, for example, how does this prove it? What exactly is a proof? What is logical inference? What is a contradiction? What is truth? What is falsehood? Thus, the third field is necessary because of the second, and the second because of the first. The most important, though, the one that should occupy most of our time, is the first. But we do just the opposite. He's talking about professional philosophers. We're preoccupied with the third field and give that all of our attention, passing the first by altogether. The result is that we lie, but have no difficulty proving why we shouldn't. In other words, philosophy takes the example of don't lie. That's the first and most important thing, how we act and how we behave. Otherwise, what's the point of doing philosophy? But and then, of course, after we recognize, all right, we shouldn't lie, or we should treat people with fairness, we should have concern for victims, whatever, then we figure out, well, why is that the case? Why shouldn't we lie, or why should we treat people that way? Then the third metaphysical speculation is, what does it even mean to prove these things, right? Most philosophers have it completely upside down. They don't pay any attention to how we should behave, but rather what this speculative metaphysics all means. And this is Epictetus and the Stoics' real critique of that, okay? I'll end there.